Hello, hello, and happy Friday. It's the weekend, y'all. Rejoice. Rejoice and be glad. Welcome back to Lotus Land. My name is Lotus, and I am a Sims 4 streamer. I've been playing The Sims since February of 2020, so a little bit more than 5 years now. And I generally just play The Sims 4. I tried The Sims 2, I think it was, a couple of months ago, and got so frustrated in build mode that I haven't reopened it. I'll get back to it at some point in time. I'm glad to have finally been able to add the classic Sims and Sims 2 to my game collection. But my first love is The Sims 4. So that is what I will be playing today, and we are back in my Pancakes Legacy save. We're on Gen 4, and right now I am getting one of the Sims set up. Hang on one second, where did she go? So this is the home of the late Xavier Pancakes. He was Bob and Eliza Pancakes' second child. Matter of fact, I've got a picture of him here with their eldest. So this is Xavier with the red hair, of course. He was their second child. Their eldest child was Clara Beth. She was the first. So they were Gen 2. And Xavier had a daughter, Sarah, who had a daughter, Cadence. So now these are Cadence's children. This is her teenage daughter, Sarah. It's spelled with an I instead of an H. And her son, what did I name this little guy? I don't remember what I named him. But anyway, I hadn't played this household in a while, so I came back into it to set move this to set them up, assign their beds, and I actually created the two kids. Wait, she must be near here. She is Cadence. Hi, Cadence. So I actually I went to Cass and gave Cadence the teen daughter and child son. So the story is that Cadence's husband just up and left at some point when both of the kids were smaller. So Cadence, who is a romance consultant, ironically enough, is raising them on her own. Let me save because I just finished going into the household inventory, taking out the stuff that was in there and either selling it or placing it if it was stuff that they could use. Getting the house set up, I had to add a burglar alarm to the house because the last time I played in this household, burglars were not yet added to The Sims 4. So there was stuff that I had to add in order to play the household and give them a fighting chance, like having a burglar alarm so that burglars cannot sneak in. Okay, so this is Sarah's room, and this is, what is his name? Billy. This is Billy's room. So we're going to assign that bed to Billy. And since it's morning, I'm going to have everybody do homework. Be nice to your brother. Well, no, they can have a dynamic of difficult dynamic because I did give Sarah the mean trait. I mean, it has uh Cass gave her that when I randomized her traits, and I was like, you know what? We'll let her keep it. So she's a bit of a mean girl. If you do your homework, if you do your homework, and I'm gonna have y'all apply to Pancakes Gen 4.4 2.0. Who is calling? Oh, I know who that is. Yes, y'all can come over there. I'll give them a call back in a little bit. I just got live. Okay, so their cousins are coming over. Their other Gen 4 cousins are coming over. I want to see if there's space for him in the kids group. There is. And is there space for Sarah in the teens group? There is. So they have schoolmates now. And here are y'all's Gen 4 cousins. Now, Billy is a little sweetheart. Thank goodness, because his sister is not a sweetheart by any stretch of the imagination. The reason why there is a Pancakes Gen 4 2.0 is because there are so many Pancakes cousins in Gen 2. And in Gen 4 that there were not enough spaces in the club. So I used MC Command Center to increase the number of Sims that can be in a club. And even with that increase, I think I increased it to something like 18 or 16, something like that. It's a pretty big number. And even increasing it, I didn't have enough space to add more of the Gen 4 cousins. This time, hang on, I'm gonna plug in my Ethernet cable. Okay, there we go. I forgot to plug in my Ethernet cable yesterday. The stream went fine. OBS didn't record any dropped frames, but it's just better to stream using an Ethernet cable. How are we even, family? Girl, you are the problem. The call's coming from inside your head. Let's see if you can apply to the club. Let's get to know the little guy. So let's talk about the club. Spend time getting to know him. We are not going to insult his face. Just because your sister is mean does not mean you need to be mean.
Jabby Jones. Happyum Evanage. Aha. Oh.
Anazuki, Sugar Blue.
Maybe y'all can go outside and swim together because it is a hot day. Speaking of hot days, it's a hot day here in New York City. It's 85 degrees. I think yesterday it got into the lower 90s.
Wayanuchi Glenoho Yori Bibna Shoy Oh, buddy. Wait, Bo.
Napsa Lamita.
Rada Droba with Daba Harfane Uka Zupal Barona
Great, he got accepted into the club.
Simba Glue
Good luck. Storn a flame.
Yes. Torky Shuksona.
It's okay, Casey. Casey's a team too.
The Yamba.
Gorbet.
Lovo Ken.
Oh, great.
I was actually playing in Casey's household this morning. We played in Casey's household yesterday. So Casey and her 3 siblings were living with her mom and the dad of her 2 eldest siblings, both of whom were ghosts. And I was able to successfully get them both to the point where their mom she decided to just move to the great beyond, which was easy to do because I had her tombstone. Their dad, on the other hand, I didn't have their tombstone because he wasn't living with them when he died. So I had to get him to the point where he was able to choose rebirth. And then he went to Ravenwood into the Baleful Bog and chose rebirth. So he's reborn into a family that's in Nordhaven. And I hope he has a good life.
Oh, yes. Oh, sure. Fella balloon. Harpoon.
Oogla? Seiza Sherbo?
You been?
Oh, Yabahorn. Shernan Flaben Yanzoga.
Reek Shorg. Oh, Tink.
Hey, Sarah was accepted too. Let's see how many people she alienates with her mean self. I normally don't play with mean sims. I don't like to do those kinds of bad characteristics, just because I prefer nice people in real life. So in Sims, I prefer nice Sims. All right, let's see. Girl, you need yourself a journal. And Billy's in the pool, it looks like. Nope, it's not. Oh no, he has that almost flesh-colored t-shirt on. Okay. why don't you and Jerome swim? There's going to be an ad break in about 15 seconds, so hang tight. The ads help to support the stream, and I'll see you on the other side.
Soy, Sabu, Spinach.
Okay, both of you did your homework,
Oh, Yabahorn! Baudaba Boondle! Uh-huh. Wadida.
and their mom went to work. Now, why do I have... Oh, Alicia was Xavier's wife. And these were Xavier's kids, Rowan, Sarah, and Riker. Oh, Xavier's still in the game. Okay, I need to send him to the Netherworld. Is Alicia still in the game? She is. All right, we're gonna add them both to the game. And let me check their inventories, actually. Oh, wow, he's got a lot of stuff in his inventory. All right, let's go ahead and ship that on Foxy. And ship this one as well. And then we've got more stuff. The journal. The sketch pad kind of works. Oh, I see. There's that glitch where stuff in the inventory is doubled.
Steve,
Okay.
Lawanza. Adubstanzo, Layer.
Let's put the rug out.
Farble.
Place that later.
Slappy. Shuka Blopso.
Okay. And now let's send Xavier to the Netherworld. Okay, and Alicia was his wife. Oh my goodness, I forgot that I had created a family tree for her. So she has tombstones in her inventory. Nathaniel. Okay. And Pedro. Who's Pedro? I don't remember who Pedro is. Maybe it was a pet of theirs. And another violin. And then we're going to go ahead and we are going to send her to the Netherworld as well. Now there goes, for some reason I can't do anything with just yet, but that's okay. At some point they will show up and then I can send them to the Netherworld. If I don't intend to play with the ghosts, I like to just send them to the Netherworld just because I don't know if it's true or not, but I feel like it keeps the game from getting as laggy when there aren't as many ghosts in it. When you get to this point in the legacy, a lot of what I find myself doing is housekeeping, which I actually find fun, believe it or not. So by housekeeping, I mean making sure that the households are set up with enough bedrooms and enough beds and playing them long enough to get them enough money that they can pay their bills and all of that kind of stuff. Because that way, whenever I do decide to play a household for a while, it's not a struggle and I can just enjoy the gameplay. see. Is this a kid's bike?
Basiba. Arpanaya.
I don't remember. Yeah, this is a kid's bike. Okay, we're gonna give this to Billy.
Tedu.
Put that in his inventory. And you can meet your Gen 4 cousins. Oh, right, you already know them because they were over here not long ago. They didn't. Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot. Okay, Cadence is part of Gen 4, which means her kids are part of Gen 5. So I need to change that.
Sawada. Beamy.
So we're going to take Billy and Sarah out of Gen 4 2.0, and I'm going to let Billy create Gen 5, the Gen 5 club. So let's do. I'm glad I checked. There is a considerable age difference between some of the siblings and stuff. So some of the gens are kind of staggered. So while there's a child and a teen that are part of Gen 4, this child and teen are part of Gen 5. Gonna be invite only, of course. We have to be friendly. We don't want anyone being mean. And we don't want anyone, right, sabotaging objects. We also don't want anyone swiping objects. I've had some kleptomaniacs in different parts of the family tree. All right, so let's see. We can be friendly, we can be funny. Let's include doing homework for when their kids in the club. It's going to add his sister. Even though she's a meanie. And then she is going to remove herself on Gen 4. Because she's part of Gen 5, not Gen 4.
Henbei. Yishla Henbei.
Okay, y'all have a lot of food in this fridge already. Okay, he's got a social skill. Oh shoot, I should have ended the gathering first. Okay, so I need to send everybody home. I have to manually send everyone home because I forgot to end the gathering before I took Sarah and Billy out of the group. And the gathering was still going on even though I didn't have any current group members in it. Are you? No. That one's downstairs. This is one of Riker's paintings. Okay, we can go ahead and sell this. So Riker was Cadence's uncle, and he took up painting, which he got his love for painting from his dad. Xavier was a painter. There are several masterpieces around the house that Xavier created.
Yo, you.
All right, ma'am, you're tired. And I know it's only 8 p.m., but you can go to bed. I'm gonna give her these for now. 5-star property owner, not so much. Let's find her another aspiration. Since she has the sketchbook, we'll let her have the painter aspiration. Okay, you need to eat, little one. What are you doing? You're downstairs punching the rabbit? Probably. Yes, you're downstairs punching the rabbit. Stop that. That is not nice. Why don't you come vent your spleen in your journal or something? She also has a Master Chef aspiration. Which I'm not so sure about, hon, because you're me, and who's going to want to hang with you and eat your food? You want to swim, little guy? I know the pool's not big, but it's still nice. You can come out and swim some laps. Now let me put this in your mom's inventory. And thanks to the things that we sold from the household and from your grandfather? Your great-grandfather Xavier, his inventory before he returned to the netherworld, you all are well set with money. I'm definitely going to give her a vacuum and have her do vacuuming. For one, because she is a teen and she can do that, but also when I find mean Sims, I tend to, if they're mean or lazy or slobs, I tend to give them most of the housework. I don't know, maybe that's my way of balancing out how in the real world, a lot of times it seems like mean people or people who are not pulling their own weight just continually get away with it. I don't know. I guess it's my form of Sims justice. I was actually wondering earlier today if it's if it is possible to thrive in this world without, being underhanded or being mean. Because in my experience, at least in my life, it hasn't been, but I'd like to believe that I can continue to be my best self or strive to be my best self because nobody's perfect. Um, I'd like to believe I can continue to strive to be my best self and thrive. And really, if I really look at it objectively, in a lot of ways, I have thrived. There's some specific ways in which I have not. One of them is career-wise, and I would like for that to change. I'd like to thrive career-wise, even being trying to be a good person, treat everyone with respect and fairly, not be underhanded, things like that. Because those things don't feel good and they actually build up negative karma that I do not want to have to pay off. I used to not believe in karma, but now I do. A number of things have happened in my life that have led me to believe that, yeah, karma is real. Particularly bad karma. I don't know if good karma is real, but I do know that bad karma is real. And I don't want to go out of my way to accumulate bad karma that I'll eventually have to pay off. It's bad enough that, I'm imperfect anyway, so I'm going to make mistakes and have to pay for my mistakes. Just because that's how my life works. Well, life works like that anyway. But yeah, I was wondering early today if it is possible, for example, for me to actually thrive career-wise and financially without doing things that I know are going to accumulate bad karma. But I think, as frustrated as I am with how those two aspects of my life have gone, it wouldn't be smart for me to ignore the ways that I have thrived in the other areas of my life. I'm just frustrated with those two areas of my life. So I can look at it that way from a realistic perspective. It's interesting how sometimes just talking about things out loud helps me gain a better perspective. All right, good morning. It's y'all's first day of school. It is spring, and it doesn't look like today is a holiday. So y'all will be going to school today. And I can work on getting to know Cadence more and working on her career and her, oh, she has a creative aspiration too. Okay. I'm glad that I gave her the sketch pad. So I can work on getting to know Cadence more and working on her aspiration and her skills. She's already an adult. She's almost halfway through adulthood, not quite. So she has work in 3 hours, 2 hours, so she goes to work at 9. She also should work on her parenting skills. Young lady, I want you to do some dishes. So Cadence's mom started the garden. Did you eat, little man? I think you did. No, you haven't eaten yet. Grab yourself some breakfast. Don't want you to go to school hungry. So now Cadence has taken over the garden. It's kind of like a way to remember her mom. She was her mom's only child, and I don't think did she have a dad? Let me check the family tree. Oh, she did have a dad, Clint Harjo. But her mom and dad weren't together. At least not, you know, not for long together. Here's Bob and Eliza here. But Xavier was their son, and Xavier married Alicia, and the two of them had Sarah, Riker. They had 4 kids. They had Lily. Oh, I forgot Lily was there. No. Lily was one of Bob and Eliza's kids. They had 3 kids. So Xavier and his wife had 3 kids: Sarah, Riker, and Rowan. Riker and Rowan did not have children. Sarah had Cadence. And Cadence had Sarah and Billy. And let's take care of these bees. Actually, we need to just go ahead and sell the honey. Well, no, it's not the honey I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the wax, because we don't have a wax making station. So we might as well, we can keep it. We have poor quality honey, so we're going to go ahead and sell it. And then once she has a better relationship with the bees and is able to get higher quality honey, then we can start keeping it and using it and eating it. Okay, we have garlic, we have strawberries, so I can go ahead and sell these. And then how about you do some figure painting? You can't evolve anything because your gardening skill is not yet high enough. Wow, your mom and uncles made plenty of food. Well, this one you made, but your mom and uncles made plenty of food and left it. Oh, and you'll have a grill too. Okay, I was wondering where the grill was. My kids, have a good day at school. I like using the sketch pad by Ravasheen because it's fast like the digital sketch pad is, where it takes a lot longer to do paintings on the easel. And they do have an easel downstairs. I built the basement because this is a small lot and the house takes up the entire lot, literally. Yeah, at least there's a space in the back for a little swimming pool. I think I put the pool in. I don't think the pool was here originally. All right, Cadence, time for you to head to work. Okay. So now Xavier and Alicia are off in the netherworld. So these are Alicia's people, I presume. Hello, Nathaniel. It is time for you to return to the netherworld. I know you're sad. Hey. What is this? Add ghost to household. Hello, Zuri. Are you someone that just randomly died on this slide? Chelsea. Oh, you were Alicia's grandmother. Okay. Well, time for you to return to the netherworld. Hello, Kay. And I'm thinking that Pedro was a pet. No, Pedro was not a pet. And he was a Pancakes? Okay, we need to examine this. Let's see. Kay was also Alicia's grandmother. Okay. I don't remember Pedro. Okay, Kay. You can go to the netherworld. And Pedro, who are you? You're a Pancakes walker. How are you a Pancakes walker? Declan Pancakes walker. Sam Pancakes walker. Antoine Pancakes walker? I don't know where any of these people came from, but he was also on Alicia's side of the family. Okay, Pedro, time for you to go as well. So let's have you return to the netherworld. And then I'm going to destroy these 4 tombstones. Just because they are really part of the Pancakes family tree. They were part of the Oaks family tree. Okay. And then these are Xavier and Alicia's children. I don't know why I can't grab this. Shaggy has died. Okay, Shaggy is a dog. But Shaggy does not have an inventory. Hello, Rowan. How are you, Rowan? I remember Rowan. This is one of Xavier's sons. Rowan, it's time for you to go to the netherworld. Riker. Hi, Riker. Oh, you have stuff in your inventory. Let's take care of that. And we already have more than enough vacuums. Actually, this is one of the best ones. So we'll take care of that. We can replace one of the not as good ones with that one. And Riker, you can go on to the netherworld. This is Sarah. Hi, Sarah. Sarah is Cadence's mom. And she is all set to go to the netherworld. And then let your cousin in. Okay, so this one is, that vacuum is not as good as the others. Now I can put this tombstone with his siblings. So let's see, this is one of the good ones. So you can have that one. And the downstairs needs to be vacuumed. I'm pretty sure your mom already has a vacuum in her inventory. So let's choose favorite vacuum cleaner. And please come downstairs and vacuum, Sarah. Oh, I remember Taryn. So Taryn is in one of my other households. Oh, hang tight for some ads. So Taryn is in one of my other households. And she came over to visit, which is cool. You know what? Let's have all the little kids come over. Taryn's twin brother Terrence is here as well, with his bright blue eyes. Hey, Emery. Emery is a cousin. Let's see, part of Gen 4? I think he's part of Gen 4. Oh, he might be part of Gen 5. Because he is... I know whose child he is. I'm pretty sure he's a Gen 5 kid. Now, let's do some family tree digging. Because I know where he comes from. So if we go back to Bob Pancakes, Emery comes from, I believe, Clara Beth's line. She was Gen 2, and then through Asa Jr., who was Gen 3. No, he didn't come through Asa Jr. He didn't come through Clara Beth. Who did he come through? Nikita. He came through Nikita. Nikita is Gen 2. And Brittany, who is Gen 3. And Emery is Gen 4. Okay. Okay, I thought he was Gen 5, but no, he's Gen 4. So when I play that household again, I need to add him and his two siblings to Gen 4 2.0. Oh my goodness, Jerome aged up. I was just playing Casey, Jenny, Jerome, and Zachariah's household. They are Rachel's kids. Rachel is the one who I had Rachel and her partner raising the kids until they had enough money so that they were settled. And then I sent, well, Rachel moved on to the great beyond. And then because I did not have her husband's tombstone, because he was not living in the household when he died, I had to play him to the point where he did enough unfinished business to be reborn. And then I took him to the Baleful blog and he chose rebirth. Alright, so Emery is Gen 4. Let's have all the little kids do their homework. And Sarah can... Actually, I want her to do homework.
Widaba Urabea. Volcana Yum. Charnu. Daisy. Wombo. Yanuvo.
Okay, I sent you into the afterlife.
Arvin. Winnipeg. Sikla Yama. Yeah, Simba Navy.
Oh, some nice tunes y'all have going on. Welcome back from the ads. Thank you so much for sitting through those. Sitting through the ads helps to support the stream, so I appreciate your support. Also want to say a warm welcome to all of my lurkers. Thank you so much for being here. This is a lurk-friendly stream, so I hope you're comfortable and you enjoy doing whatever it is you're doing. Yeah, if you're working, I hope your work is productive and not too stressful, especially since it's Friday. Who needs to be stressed out any day, but especially not Friday? Oh, let me save after I sent all of those ghosts off and deleted those tombstones from the non-pancakes side of the family tree. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me while I played today. I'm enjoying myself. Thank you so much.
Chimeraja bean slawfish.
And thank you for listening to me ramble as well about
Ah,
whether someone can truly thrive without being
Dimisimus.
underhanded and what have you, without making weird vows that will give them bad karma.
Bush.
Oh, did you ever vacuum the downstairs? You did. Good. So originally the house did not have a basement, and I'm very glad I found space to put a stairwell so that they could have a basement and have some extra storage space and creative space. Hey man, where are you? Why are you sitting in here by yourself? You could do your homework out here. I guess he finds being in his mom's room comforting. Well, she's getting along well with Casey. I think her and Casey are going to be close. Maybe Casey can help her soften her rough edges. No, you cannot join that group. Maybe we'll have all the little kids come outside and swim in the pool. When you're done with your homework, you can eat. Cadence, welcome home. Let's check the mail, see if there are any junk mail to sort. Yes. Bye, Casey. Thanks for coming over. Her energy is doing much better today. Waza! Hey, how's it going? Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm playing with my Pancakes Legacy. We are on Gens 4 and 5. So Bob and Eliza Pancakes were Gen 1. So now we are on their, let's see, kids, great-grandkids and great-great-grandkids. I saw you streaming earlier. I've been lurking in your streams. How was your stream today? You were on for a long time, weren't you? Like 12 hours? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, it is almost time for all these children to get out my house. It's 9 o'clock. Almost 9 o'clock. Y'all's got to go. So generally the way I do it is if I have a children's club running at 9 o'clock, I send the children home. If I have a teen club running at 10 o'clock, I send the teens home. And any other club, They go home when I'm tired of having that many Sims in my house. Grandparents. Yeah. How do I do it? I get very attached to my Sims. I do. So I actually struggle to let them go off and do their own thing. But at a certain point, I've noticed that I get overwhelmed with trying to keep track of every single sim. Because, like, we're at that point now. Once we got to Gen 3, there were just so many kids. Um, I just have to start removing some from family and just whatever happens with them happens. So I'm practicing that with this save. But some of my other, I have three other legacy families where I literally started all three of them from scratch. They were not pre-made townies or NPCs. And I'm trying to get to the point where I can let them go like that too. I end up going for long hours, but I've been with my parents. Oh, okay. You're at staying with your parents right now? I hope that's a good experience. All right, young man, send your friends home. It is almost 10 o'clock. Y'all got away because I was chatting. The watcher said it's time to send your friends home and get ready for bed. That's a different attachment, but it's still cool. And it's true. I can imagine that's overwhelming. Yeah. Yeah, letting go is the hard part. I realized through the game how controlling I actually am. Scary. Yeah, same here. I mean, I knew that I was controlling, so that didn't surprise me. And actually, that's one of the things that I found, I'll even say healing about playing The Sims because there's so much about real life that's outside of my control. And sometimes it's nice to have a world where you're God and you can actually make things work out the way they're supposed to. So, like, bad people always get their comeuppance, and, good people always thrive. I like doing that in my gameplay. I guess it's my way of coping with reality not being that way. It's going okay. They're spoiling me. And I've been playing nonstop. Hooray for parental spoiling. We stand parents who spoil their kids. And I know that you don't mean it in the way of making you an outrageous brat. I mean, just in the sense of loving on you, and making sure you have what you need and maybe even a lot of what you want. Because a lot of people don't have that experience. And I love it when there are people who are like, oh man, my parents and I, we get along so well. I'm like, that is awesome. I wish more people had that experience in life. And I'm glad for the people who do. All right, let's send Mean Girl to bed because she's got high school in the morning. I actually might play live high school with her. I don't play the high school days much, just because I do find it very glitchy, and I'm assuming it's because there's so many Sims on the lot. That might not be the case, but once you get so many Sims, I expect the game to get laggy. No, 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 no. I want you to put Billy to sleep. I clicked on the wrong thing. Put Billy to bed. So maybe I'll play a high school day with her. It's very glitchy, yeah. I might get too used to it. Sometimes though, don't feel deserving, but yeah, honestly, wish more people had that for real. No, you do deserve it. I think I really believe that everybody is born worthy of adoration and being treated extremely well. And yeah, people can get to a place where they make decisions and they do stuff that they need to pay back, the bad thing that they've done to hurt others. But I think innately, all of us deserve love. And even the people who need to, who have done bad things, it's not that they don't deserve love. It's that they need to repay, they need to pay back somehow to the universe, God, to the people who they harmed. they need to pay for the harm that they did, but that doesn't mean that they're unworthy of love. So you're definitely deserving of your parents' love and affection. And it's funny, the people who feel least entitled to folks spoiling them, a lot of times are the people who actually deserve it the most. Gotta play High School Years for the plot. Yes, yes, sometimes. I think it'll be interesting to, because I normally don't play mean Sims, so it'll be interesting to take Sarah to high school and play her for a day as a mean girl. I'll see what I can come up with that. Because I think she already has a want to make an enemy of somebody. Well, their wants and fears don't show up when they're sleeping, but I think I saw that want pop up for her. Okay, we don't have any ghosts on the lot, so I'm glad I sent all of the ghosts to the netherworld. Fernanda Pancakes, Tori Pancakes. I do not know them. They are in a household that I either haven't played in a while or haven't played yet. All right, girl, let's see. Puberty. Oh, you poor child. Here, let's have you apply facial cleanser. It's 8 o'clock. You should have been pinged to go to school by now, but the timing. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're going to join her. You're definitely right about that. We're all deserving of love. Yeah, yeah. Admittedly, just need to heal part of my childhood trauma. Didn't live with my parents for a while. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, yeah. I'm glad you're able to be with them now. That's got to be, I'm sure that that was a difficult situation, or you said for yourself, those childhood trauma. So, yeah, I'm sorry that you went through the trauma. But I can see why, even now, why they're spoiling you. Because, in some way, they might be trying to make up for that time that they lost. But I'm glad they appreciate you, and I'm glad you appreciate them. Make a girl guy cry. That's the goal. No, no, not on purpose. Wait, she's a mean girl. Yes, Sarah is a mean girl. So when I randomized her traits, when I created her, one of them that came up was mean. And at first I was going to get rid of it because I normally don't play Sims that have, traits like mean or, um, evil or whatever. But I said, you know what? For the plot, let's have her be a mean girl. Oh, we all have trauma. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, trying to get used to that. Yeah, we all have trauma. Some of us have more help dealing with it than others of us do. Um, so like I have trauma, but then there's certain trauma that I've not had to experience. And I've also had the resources to get help for myself to learn how to heal and manage whatever the effects of that trauma were. And not everybody is able to do that. So I'm not trying to, I don't want to downplay the effect that unhealed and untreated trauma can have on people. Okay, here we go with the lag. Here we go with the lag. I wanted her to apply facial cleanser, but maybe she did that at home before the things came up. Need a little chaos here and there. I've been putting in more disastrous traits. Oh no, because then I tried to make everything perfect. Had to let go of that and let Sims be Sims. I'm trying. I'm trying to do that in this save. Yeah. Trying to do that in this save. High school day, what's that? This must be a new one. I've never seen this before. Because normally these come up. No, I have seen them, but they normally don't come up looking like this. Okay, so she needs to find out about her new school from the principal. I know what you mean. I'm glad you have the resources. Yeah, I've been very fortunate. in that regard. Who's this? One of the teachers? Oh, yeah, that's our teacher. It's okay. I believe you can do it. Thank you. I'm working on it. I don't want to be stressed by a game. I want to enjoy both the ups and downs.
Throw a
And
shebang.
in some sense, it might help me be more resilient in real life. Are you excited for the pack, or what are your thoughts? Now, I've never been one to be like, oh my God, I need to have fairies or anything like that. At the same time, I'm always excited about new DLCs because I like to see what they're giving us. Uh-oh. Wait, I needed for her to find. Well, maybe she has all day to learn about the new school. I don't know. So yeah, I'm always excited about new DLCs. So I'm looking forward to seeing what new traits come out, build buy stuff, fairies, if this is a new occult. I heard someone today talking about gnomes. I haven't really looked at the details of what this pack entails yet, but I do want to do that. So yeah, in the sense that I'm always excited for DLC, then I'm definitely excited for the pack. Because it's always exciting when new stuff comes. Wait, how did she do that when she never asked the principal? You know what? I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna question it. The game said that I completed it, then I completed it. I'm the same way because I rarely really ever play with the occults, but I do like fairies. Right, them and their obsessions with the nose. Yeah, I actually, okay, so I don't really like the gnomes for Harvest Fest. And what I did originally was I would edit Harvest Fest to not have gnomes. Now what I do is at the very least, I'll just pull the gnomes into my Sims inventory and sell them. So I'm like, hey, a lot of times the gnomes are worth a lot of money, like 220 simoleons and stuff like that. So especially if I'm doing like a household that's just starting out, they don't have many simoleons, I look for Harvest Fest to come because I'm like, send those gnomes. Yeah, they can go to prom together. Send the cousins to prom together. Why not? Yeah, send the gnomes, send those extra seed packets. Those are worth like 100 simoleons each, and they get a lot of money that way. But I want to see what they're planning to do with gnomes. If people are talking about gnomes like it's a real thing in this new pack, I'm very interested in what will be different with these gnomes as opposed to the gnomes we have for Harvest Fest. And I think I would like fairies as well, especially if they have cool traits that they can do. Like my favorite occult is I'll say mermaids, but spellcasters are a real close second. I love mermaids because I'm a water baby. I love the water. I love to swim. So mermaids are my favorite just because of that. And I think it's real cool to be able to change into this fish form and swim without worrying about drowning and all that cool stuff. But I love spellcasters because a lot of the spells, they have this whole branch of magic called practical magic, and it just makes life as a sim so much easier. But I rarely do vampires. I think I've only played as a vampire once, and I've I started, well, I turned one branch of one of my other legacies into werewolves, but I found that whole fury thing to be so stressful. My control issues. And having to keep their fury in check and be aware of that, it wasn't fun for me. So I generally don't play with werewolves. Someone was talking about a point I actually think is fair. Why don't they give us a safari or some culture of the Caribbean or anything from Africa? I would love that. I also am wary of them doing that because there are so many different cultures in Africa. There's so many different cultures in the Caribbean. And I don't know how you can even balance that. I guess it would be kind of like making a Sims Wakanda. You would have to make a whole new culture that incorporated aspects of various Caribbean cultures and various African cultures. So thinking about it that way, then yeah, I could see it. And I would love for them to do that, especially since they've done a lot better lately with what do you call collaborating with simmers. So I can see that. And it would be really interesting to see what they would be able to come up with. Because so far, what I've heard from the simmers that they have collaborated, people of color and people of the global minority, um, the collaborators have a really good time with EA, with the Sims team, and they feel like their visions have really been brought to light. So I'm not as wary now thinking about that as I have been in the past at the thought of them doing that kind of attack.
Shazzle?
The practical magic, I feel like I only practice the stuff to cause chaos. Well, that is fun too, I will admit. Though I like the untamed magic and I like the practical magic. And then the mischief magic, I honestly rarely use because I don't like making Sims feel bad. Okay, so you did a mean introduction to her. You want to be mean to someone. Okay, do you really want to make an enemy of your teacher? Do you? I think you would like to do that because you are a mean girl, and mean people sometimes forget about things like power differentials. They quickly remember them, but sometimes they forget that when you are on, okay, you got over that time. Saved by the bell, literally. Sometimes mean people forget that when you're not on the upper side of the power differential, being mean to the person can be a bad thing for you. The Fury is annoying, but I was stuck on a full moon lunar cycle. Yeah, yeah, I have a hard time playing with the werewolves unless I'm constantly cheating away their fury. I have UI cheats in my game, so I can just tap on their fury level and completely drain it without worrying about it. And I tend to do that a lot. But I honestly don't feel, I guess the werewolf occult just isn't useful to me. Like, same as the vampire occult. Well, no, that's not completely true. So the werewolf occult has some useful features, like the super speed. I like that. Being able to tunnel, I like that. Stuff that makes everyday sim life easier in a practical sense, that I like. And the same with the vampires. They have the super speed. They have the ability to like do some kind of meditation to get their energy up and stuff like that. And I love the build items in the vampire pack, which is why I bought that pack because of the, oh God, better exceptions. Um, I bought that pack because of the build items, not because of the occult. So but it, even with those practical aspects of those occults, it's still, I don't know, I just can't get into them all that much. Me and Fair, they said pick a country just like they did with some stuff with Southeast Asia. They did their research. Yeah, they'd, you mean with the Caribbean stuff? Um, yeah, they'd, so they could make up like a country name and then they would need to, I guess, look at various African and Caribbean cultures and pick aspects of those various cultures. Like, I would love it if they had a Parang channel or a steel pan as one of the instruments, or a kora as one of the instruments. Sorry, that would be epic to me. Because I'm an amateur musician, so I tend to like musical type stuff. We are going to have an ad break in about 20 seconds. So sit tight, and I will see you on the other side of those ads. The Tomarang or the rental one that included a lot of their culture? Yes, that's Tomarang, exactly. All right, girl. You want to, let's see. Oh, yeah, you want to be mean to someone. Be mean to the teacher. Now, when your grades come back looking like who done it and left it, do not go crying to the watcher because you wanted to be mean. Let's have you claim a locker. Oh, wait, did the ads not start? Awesome. I'm all for that. I am all for that. Okay. Wait, where'd you go? Oh, now you're trying. Oh, you were listening to a funny story. Maybe she was like, young lady, I remember back in the day when I thought those kinds of jokes were funny. But at a certain time, you will grow up and you'll mature. And you will realize that those kinds of things really aren't funny at all. And you're going to look back and you're going to regret acting that way. Here, you can claim your locker. And would you want to be on the football team? Let's just ask about the football team. Good grief, Cadence, you're making bank. Okay, you're pretty high in that career. Let's decorate your locker. We're gonna add kawaii decorations. She's gonna be a stereotypical mean girl, where she likes girly stuff. So I wouldn't see her going out for the football team, though. That's not to say that you don't have mean girls who play football. I'm sure you do. No, we're not going to go for the football team. Welcome back from the ad. So you said you have a musical background. I do, actually. I've been playing violin since 3rd grade. I grew up singing, actually. But I'm an amateur musician. I'm not a professional. I don't get paid. But I do play with the community orchestra. What is this? Make an enemy. Oh, God. Well, the girl that you were being an enemy, that you were being mean to, isn't here. Oh, wait, today's the football day. Hang on. We need to attend the football day. Let's come here and do some football stuff. Maybe that's where the girl you were being mean to went. Because she was on the football team. I don't know. What's this here? Let's browse some items. I've never looked at the items that they have. Okay, I'm going to step away just for a minute to refill my water bottle, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Was getting a little parched and I forgot to refill my water bottle before I started streaming. Okay, let's see. Browse items. Oh. Now why would she buy textbooks? She might buy a pom-pom. I like that one. Actually, I like this one better. I like that one for her room. Joyful mean-spiritedness. Girl. I'm gonna pin this so that I'll remember that she wants to make an enemy of someone. Maybe she'll go out for cheerleading. Or maybe not.
Rashna! Give me a blur. Give me a sleep. Give me a blorga zeep. Gurgadon. Blorg. Fleek. Don Florba. Axaddle.
You know, that's a bad place to be throwing a football.
Bomaba.
Really bad place.
A blorg.
Who's this?
Saflu.
Oh, that's a competition joint. Michaela. That's one of my sons. Well, I didn't make her. A friend of mine made her. She's in my library. And MC Command Center pulls NPCs from my library.
Axaddle.
Nice try, girl.
Bomaba. Lord. Don Florba.
Oh, it looks like rain is going to move in. We're supposed to get rain for the next 3 days. And right now, it's hazy.
Zeeb. Oh, noose.
Did you have fun? Come here and take a selfie. I should have made her a mean girl and self-absorbed. She's cute, though. She's got that Eliza Pancakes red hair. Xavier had red hair. So that has definitely passed down. Xavier had red hair, so Eliza had red hair, so she passed it down to Xavier, who passed it down to his daughter Sarah, who passed it down to her daughter Cadence, who has now passed it down to her daughter Sarah. Okay, what else is there to do? Oh yeah, the football practice thing. But she doesn't have... She would need somebody to... Oh, she's playing with her. Okay, we're not going to stay for the announcements. We are going to go home. Ma'am, that is not what I told you to do. I told you to go home. You Sims stay doing everything but what you told them to do. Mean girl football player. Yeah, I don't know. She might. She might go out for football. I love violin, but that's pretty cool. Getting a chance to be in the orchestra. It is. I started taking private lessons for the first time in my life 7.5 years ago. And I played violin from 3rd grade through 12th grade, but I never had private lessons. It was from in elementary school and middle school. It was like the group lesson thing that they do in public schools. And my high school did not have a string program at all. So I actually was able to get into a youth orchestra, but that wasn't lessons. That's just playing in an orchestra. So I was pretty much stuck technique-wise on whatever I was able to cobble together as a part of group lessons by the end of eighth grade. So I got really frustrated with violin, and my family didn't prioritize spending money on things like music lessons. So even though I am grateful that my parents were able and willing to get me the instrument, I needed the extra help. I wasn't able to get it. I got real frustrated because I was playing in the youth orchestra with kids who had had private lessons since they first started playing as small kids. So my mom wouldn't let me quit the orchestra because I got in it on scholarship. Apparently, it was a very expensive music program, and I was very lucky to get it on scholarship. And she said that it would look bad if I quit, which I didn't understand it then, but I definitely understand it now that I'm an adult and, understand better how that kind of thing would look. So when I finished high school, I put the violin down, but I promised myself that at some point I would take private lessons. So I would finally be able to play the way I'd always wanted to play. And 7 years ago, I decided there was no better time than the present. So started taking private lessons. I've been with my teacher all of that time. And while I do not sound like my violin idol Midori by any stretch of the imagination, I have definitely come a long way technique wise from where I was. So I'm really happy I kept that promise to myself. Who I was, my childhood, middle school, and high school me would be really impressed with me right now playing in a community orchestra. Shoot, I'm impressed with me. Like I said, I don't sound like my violin idol, but I can see the progress that I've made, and the fact that I feel comfortable playing at that level is it makes me feel really good, especially since that's a promise I made to myself a long time ago and I actually kept it. What was passed down from her great grandparents? Her red hair. So if you remember, Eliza Pancakes had red hair. And so that's where the red hair in various members of the family comes from. So Cadence has red hair as well. Her mother, Sarah, had red hair. And Sarah's father, Xavier, had red hair. And Xavier was Eliza Pancake's son. So that's where they got all of this beautiful red hair from. Okay, I need to check out your career because you're making 150. Oh, you're on level 7. Okay. Well, no wonder you get paid so much. Okay, so you would need, if you were going to get promoted, you would need to get level 3 charisma and level 7 romance. Let's work on your romance skill. I think that's a little bit, because you're so far behind in terms of where your romance skill needs to be. So I'll have you work on that. And you need to get one skill to level 2. Why don't we have you watch this with your mom? Maybe you can work on your romance skill. Leave your brother alone because every time you interact with him, you're being mean. And I don't want you aggravating this poor child. He is doing his homework. He deserves to have fun. That they do, even they don't like to listen. Listen, these Sims are hard-headed as hell. I don't know what's going on. You'll queue up a whole bunch of interactions, and then they're like, I don't feel like doing none of that. And they'll just delete the whole queue and go off and do something random. I do not. You cannot convince me these Sims are not sentient. They have to be. I always liked it, and when I was 10, my mom did put me in it. We were in Haiti at the time, and then boom, earthquake. Oh, yeah, that was no more. And then I was going to pick it up in 2019, and boom, COVID. Oh, my God. Hey, you should be proud. How did you even find a community orchestra? I feel like I never know how to find stuff like that. How did I find this orchestra? I think I
Sycamore.
Googled
Root.
community orchestra and then my city. Now, I'm fortunate. I live in New York City, so there are a lot of community orchestras in New York City. And I was actually able to find one that's right in my borough in the Bronx.
Dobby.
So, but I'm pretty sure that's how I found it. What you can do too, if you live near a college, sometimes colleges have orchestra. They have orchestras and they allow community members to like take the music class and play in the orchestra. So that's originally how I got into this orchestra. They used to have a community chamber orchestra when I first started with them, which was like a year before COVID. So it was like 2018. So we had to pay for the class. It was like, I guess, $150 or something like that. And yeah, at the time I was working, so I was able to afford that. But it was like 150 for the whole semester, so it wasn't that bad. And then every week we would go in, and it was community members and actual music students at the local college. So we were able to play together that way. And then when the chorus would have their end of semester concert, the community chorus is accompanied by the community orchestra. So anyone who played in the chamber orchestra was also invited to join the community orchestra to accompany the chorus in their concerts. Unfortunately, the chamber orchestra after COVID, they never started that back up. And I do miss that. That was nice to do once a week. But the community orchestra still accompanies the chorus for their end of semester concerts. So each semester I get invited back since I had played with them before. I get an email inviting me back to play with them for the end of semester concert. And that's really a trial by fire. It is 1 in the morning. Y'all need to be sleeping. Go to bed. Bed immediately. Bed right now. You too, young lady. Actually, you need to go to the bathroom first. Um, what was I saying? So the community orchestra is really a trial by fire thing. So we get the invitation to play. We indicate whether or not we're going to play in the end of semester concert. If we write email back and say yes, then they send us the music like a month and a half, so 6 weeks or so out before the concert. We get the music, and we don't get to rehearse as an orchestra until, and not even as a section. You rehearse when the chorus has their two dress rehearsals before the concert. So you've got to do all that prep on your own and then arrive to the two dress rehearsals ready to play. So it can be unnerving, but because I love violin so much, it's like the best kind of unnerving. And we play like real orchestra level stuff. So let's see, what was it? Yeah, the beginning of last month, because last month was May. So beginning of last month, they had their spring concert, and we did for the first half. We always do a major choral piece, and then the second half we do like show tunes and a couple of shorter classical pieces. And then for the spring concert, we always end with the Battle Hymn of the Republic. And for the Christmas concert, we always end with the Hallelujah Chorus. So this year, the first half of the concert was Schubert's Mass in, I think it was A flat or A minor, but it was a real orchestral and choral piece that like real professionals do. So it was not easy, and there were plenty of parts where I had to air bow or simplified, like if we had these really fast runs, then I'd make sure to like emphasize the first note and like emphasize the first note of each beat and then not play the other ones because I haven't gotten to the point where I can play fast yet. But yeah, you do what you can. It's a lot of fun to do. So, you know what? I hope that at some point, if you do, like, I don't know what instrument it is. Okay, today we're going to send her alone, and I'm going to have Cadence work from home. If violin is something, or whatever instrument it is something that you really love to do, you can always go back to it when you have the time and the resources. That's what I did. I didn't have the time or the resources for a long time to take private lessons, but I still kept that in the back of my mind. And then when I did have the time and the resources, then I went ahead and kept that promise to myself. So it doesn't have to be, you don't have to give it up forever. As long as you're alive, you can always pick it back up. As a matter of fact, there's this Facebook group that I'm part of that's for adult beginners, adult violin beginners. And it's defined as a group for people who are either learning violin as adults or who played as kids and then put it down for a long time and then picked it up again as adults. So that's the party that I fall in. And there are people in that group who started learning how to play violin in their 70s, and they're like, 70 years old, 80 years old, and they just started playing violin. And it's because they always loved the violin and they finally realized, oh, I can still do this even though I'm a senior citizen. So whenever you get to a point in your life where you're able to do it, then just go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter your age. All right, ma'am, let's get you something to eat. You're in Jersey. I grew up in Jersey. I actually grew up, so I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I've always considered myself a New Yorker. And my family, I like to say, dragged me kicking and screaming to the wilds of New Jersey when I was 6 years old. So I went to elementary school and seventh grade in Ford's, New Jersey. Then, when I was about to start eighth grade, we moved to East Orange, which is right outside of Newark. So I did eighth grade through 12th grade in Newark, and then I also went to college in Newark. I went to NJIT. Then after NJIT, I went to Syracuse University. So I finally was able to return to New York State at least, and then moved to New York City. I got a job on Long Island for a few years, so I was able to come back to New York City. Why are you calling me? Billy drew an inappropriate piece of artwork and showed it to his classmates. Well, we encourage creativity. Okay, yeah, you need to work on your parenting skills because that is not the response that you should have. Oh, it's Love Day. I didn't even see the notification. For Love Day, Billy decided to handcraft a card for their crush, complete with pipe cleaner hearts, glitter flowers, and dinosaurs. Oh, because who doesn't love dinosaurs? Wait, what is that? Oh, Sheila! Oh my God! We have a raid. Look at this. Look at all these first time chatters. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Wow. So, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lotus. I definitely stan Sheila in these parts. I lurk in her streams all the times. Sheila, thank you so much for sending your community over here and trusting me with your community. If you have to raid and run, I totally understand. Take care of yourself. I know that you've been busy doing those pomos. At least I think that's what you were doing today. So I was lurking over there for a little while, but I don't remember. But anyway, yes, if you have to raid and run, definitely do that. Like I said, my name is Lotus, and I like to do cozy Sims 4 gameplay. So today I'm playing in my Pancakes Legacy save. We are on gens 4 and 5. So these are Bob and Eliza Pancakes. One, two, three, four great grandkids and great great grandkids who we are playing with now. Let me give Sheila a shout out if I can remember. There we go. Shout out. I can type. There we go. Today we started with co-working but ended with some Stardew Valley. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so everyone, I love lurking in Sheila's streams because she plays very, very nice music, lo-fi hip hop usually, and I like her cozy gameplay. And also, she has the sweetest voice. So, if you're looking for a nice, calming, and encouraging community to hang out with, Sheila's community is definitely a place for you to check out. So, make sure you head over there and give her a follow so that you can check her out the next time that she streams. I'm gonna go get something to eat and wind down for the day. Okay. You enjoy your lurk. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate that. So I still wonder why everyone has a pancakes obsession. Oh, you're welcome, Sheila. Of course. I will sing your praises any day. Yeah, I don't know. I understand that apparently there's a lot of Eliza Pancakes hate. I don't understand it. Somebody explained the lore to me at some point in time. I just decided to give Bob and Eliza the healthy relationship that they deserved. So, and normally I don't play townies. Usually I start from Sims that either I downloaded from the gallery or that I made myself. So I was like, well, if I'm going to play any townies, I'm going to play them. And started playing them and gave them a healthy relationship. And this was even before Love Struck came out, actually, come to think of it. But yeah, I worked on their relationship. They ended up having 4 kids. Oh, there's hate for her. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times, I hear people say, "Oh, Eliza Pancakes. We hate Eliza Pancakes." And I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't hate Eliza Pancakes. Make Love Day flower cards. During art, Sarah's class was instructed to create flower-themed cards for each other. After gathering glitter, colored pencils, construction paper petals, and fuzzy pipe cleaners, Sarah sat down, her creative juices flowing. The cards would be shared and opened with the rest of the class during the party later, so this had to be good. 2 themes come to mind. Okay, Sarah is a mean girl. And if she did heartfelt flower cards, according to the game, they would be sappy, and Sarah wouldn't be sappy because she's a mean girl. Her heartfelt flower cards would be mean. So we're going to have her do hilarious ones. Oh, uh-oh. Apparently, Sarah isn't funny. The teacher didn't think so. Her classmates didn't think so. Even Sarah's friends didn't think so. She has friends. This is news to me. The word being thrown around is insensitive. Apparently, she needs to start taking people's feelings a little bit more seriously and maybe not mock holidays that others hold dear. You know, I will totally accept that. For her being a mean girl, I would totally accept that. And we didn't read Billy's outcome, so Billy decided to hand deliver his card to his crush. Billy's crush didn't even know he existed. This was an opportunity. In the heat of the moment, Billy walked past the cubby and delivered the card directly into the hands of the most popular kid in school. After having it declared the most awesome card ever, Billy was invited to hang out with the popular kids at recess and lunch whenever he wanted. Doesn't that make Billy a popular kid too? Oh, that's sweet. He deserves that. I'm glad that he got the good outcome, especially since his sister gives him a headache every time she's home with him. Okay, so you're working from home, and you need to research forms of intimacy for 2 hours and watch the Telenova channel for 2 hours. All right, let's start with the research. Hopefully this will also get your romance skill up. I hope they work that into the game. I usually don't play this profession. Where, let's see, career. Oh, there we are. Now we're supposed to be researching forms of intimacy. Let me explore research. Research forms of intimacy. There we go. So we have to do this for 2 hours and then watch the telenovela channel for 2 hours. And I can go ahead and speed this up. I would love to do triple speed, but that tends to get the game out of sync and it lags a lot. So I try to only double speed, which it does make stuff like this drag, but at the very least, we're going faster than we would have otherwise. I'm glad I decided to play her work from home day, because I really have not explored this profession at all, this career at all. Fortunately, she's at level 7, which is not my doing. The game did that when I was not playing her. I don't know if I don't think I even gave her this career. I'm pretty sure the game gave her this career. Let's put up our Love Day decorations. We love love, so we love Love Day. Okay, you finished that research. Now we have to watch the telenovela channel for 2 hours. And then maybe we can have her go out or something. Oh, maybe we can have her do something like go on a blind date. But she doesn't have her partner. I created her kids, for those of you who weren't here at the beginning of the stream, I created her kids in CAS using genetics. And the backstory is that her kid's dad just walked out on them when the kids were little. So she's been raising them by herself all this time. Oh, oops, Sarah. Oh, that's right. Fridays are exam days. And she got, I mean, she's doing well, but her exam results were below average. And what did it say for Billy? Oh, Billy actually went up to a B student. Okay, cool. All right, Sarah. How about, let's check your needs. Okay, your needs are fine. Let's have you jog. Why is this random woman wearing a wedding dress? Okay, let's have her go jogging. That'll be good for her emotional control. And Billy is in here already doing homework. Look at you. Here, let's have your mom come and help you. No, ma'am. Ma'am. You were supposed to be watching the telenovela channel. No one told you to go play a video game. Come on, you gotta finish your work. Sarah is going through a phase. Sarah's feeling distant and would prefer to be alone for a while. Yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. And I have a feeling that would be a relief for your family, considering how you like to be mean. Duchess of Destruction, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Welcome to Lotus Land. I hope you enjoy your stay here. This is a lurk-friendly stream, so don't feel obligated to participate in the chat. I love to lurk in other people's streams. So, the tactical snuggles. Oh, we love tactical snuggles. Thank you very much. That is an adorable emote. Let's see, where did you get that from? Oh, that's one of your emotes. Okay, let me check out your channel. Oh my goodness, you are so cute. What? Wow. Marvel Strike Force. Let me go ahead and give you a follow so I can watch next time you stream. Thank you so much, Duchess. Welcome in. Okay, Cadence is a love bug. That is perfect. And she has also finished her work from home stuff. This is Love Day. Let's have her go on a blind date. I don't even know what her preferences are. Let's take a look. Yes, Billy can like focus music. Let's see. So she doesn't have any turn-ons or turn-offs. She hasn't expressed a romantic preference for anyone. She's exploring and she's open to woohoo with anyone. Okay. All right, we're going to have her go on a blind date. I'm at work, but I love cozy lurking. Oh, well, I hope work goes quickly for you and that it's not stressful and you're able to get done whatever it is that you want to get done. Okie dokie, we'll have her young adults and adults. Yeah, she can be a little bit of a cougar. Why not? Okay, Alberto. I'm I don't know, some of these shots are not, now he's cute. Some of these shots are not all that great, but Yuji is cute. Let's add him. Carly. Oh, she's a snob in me. No, we're not going to do that. Actually, I need to go into Create a Sim and add certain things to her turn-offs. This, her. Aspen is a music lover and erratic. They would have music lover in common. See, Noelle is a cat lover and paranoid. Perla is chased by death and romantically reserved. That's an interesting combination. Dion is a loner and chased by death. Okay, so we have some Sims that we've saved, but I do want to do the blind date thing. Go on a blind date. And let's see who we end up with. Oh my God. Okay. We're just gonna be friendly. We're not gonna make being romantic one of the goals, even though it's Love Day. But if she is really connecting with the person, they can always do that. We can start Cloud Gaze because it's a nice day. And let's see what else. Let's do fishing. I'm going to have them go to the park in Oasis Springs. Is it called Creative Canyon? Yes. That's a nice, safe place for a blind date. Of course, in The Sims, we don't have to worry about safety, but it's interesting that those things that I have in mind in real life, I have them in mind when I'm actually playing The Sims. But it's nice to not have to actually worry about it because I don't have things like life's tragedies in my game. I don't have extreme violence in my game. So I don't have to worry about things like kidnapping and people coming with fire cannons. I gotta tell you, I really get a kick out of watching other simmers play with those mods, even though I don't want it in my gameplay. It just really adds some hilarity. Why did I come back to you dissing life tragedies and extreme violence? No, 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 no. I'm not dissing them. I'm not dissing them. I don't want it in my gameplay. Same with Wicked Whims. I don't want that in my gameplay, but it is hilarious when I watch other people stream and they have those mods in their game because it just adds a level of chaos that keeps me screaming. Yeah, and especially some of my favorite simmers, their reactions when stuff goes down just really makes the whole experience for me. It'd be for the plot 1000%. Exactly. Exactly. Okay, who is my blind date here? Judah. Hello, Judah. How are you? We're going to do a flirty introduction because I do want her to get her charisma skill up. I always want my Sims to get their charisma skill up because that's one of the harder skills, it seems, to improve. I think I have a crush on Larissa Crocker. Um, you should think about it yourself. Lyle, do I even know you? Are you one of the people who I added from? Oh, we have bad social compatibility anyway, so Lyle, I don't care what you do. What's this? She wants to play chess. Okay, you know what? We can start out this date by playing chess. And then we can get to know each other over the chessboard. So let's learn, let's get to know. Get to know him, learn some of his characteristics.
Marik Poshima?
And we can also discuss interests. Okay, he's doing okay financially. Write a bucket list goal. Listen to any radio station. Actually, I want her to do both of those things. So we're discussing interests. Oh, I want to see the goals for the date. Oh, ask about romantic interests. That's definitely a good one. I slapped a sim in public for taking my food, and yet I was the one who lost reputation. You know, it is wild because, like, if you don't have your computer security set to lock computers for everyone but the household, or lock them for everyone but a specific sim, sims will come into your house, they'll get on your computer, they'll jump in your bathtub and take a mud bath. They will go in your fridge and eat your food. They'll start cooking. And, well, no, usually they don't start cooking. I will take that back. But they'll go in your fridge and they'll start eating your food. But let you do something like start to cook a meal for them and everyone else is there. All of a sudden you'll get the pop-up, oh, this is inappropriate. You need to stop. Or say your sim is tired and they lay down to take a nap. This is inappropriate and you need to stop. I'm like, excuse me, are you the same sim who was just in my house on my computer and you're talking to me about what's inappropriate? They have some audacity. Yes, the disrespect is crazy. Yes. Okay, we've got to do more small talk. Because I do want to get to know him. Wait, oh yeah, get to know. Why can't we tell them that exact same thing? I wish that was an option. It's not even an option in the under mean interactions. Like you can yell at them, but it's not. I guess yelling at them is kind of the same thing, and you can make them leave. So like when they kick you out, just like they can say, "Oh, you've done this too many times. I'm kicking you out." You can also kick them out, but still, still, it's the audacity for me. Seriously. I feel we should have the right to Uno reverse that on them. Yes. I want it word for word. Yes, I would too. I would love to see that under mean interactions. Sims is so shady. Man, they sure are. Like you'll take your pet, say, to the vet, or better yet, some sim you'll invite a neighbor. A neighbor will show up to your house, or the welcome wagon will show up to your house, and you'll have a cat or a dog. They'll come in and they'll start pointing their finger and yelling at your cat or dog. The pet didn't do anything to them. And they're just like, no, 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 squirmish. What did they do? The pet lives here. You don't. What on earth? I honestly do not get it. Look, sometimes, depending on how chaotic I actually want to make my gameplay in that moment, I may, if someone comes in and yells at my pet like that, I may have someone fight them. I actually did that I have my Sims at a one of the karaoke bars, and one of the Sims in my household was a child. So the child got up and they wanted to sing, and they got on the karaoke machine and they started singing. And you know how when a Sim starts singing, wait, did my date? Oh, okay. I thought my date had just left, but fortunately not. You know how a sim will get on the karaoke machine and some other sims will walk in and they'll be like, and they'll shake their hands at them, like dismissing them. So some random sim walked into the room where my child was singing on the karaoke machine and they started making that band sticking out their tongue. Child, if my sim did not whip their ass right there in the karaoke room. I just went into mean interactions and picked fight, and they beat the living daylights out of that sim, and then had their baby go and sing another song on the karaoke machine, as they should. Yes, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, yes. Especially when I have Sims who I know have a high fitness skill. Oh man, I love doing that. Like you said, what to my child? Absolutely not. These hands are rated E for everyone. The game might be rated 10, but these hands are rated E. All right, y'all did your fishing. Can we talk about fishing now? No, we don't have to invite him. We are not gonna get a good score, but that's okay. Let's talk about fishing gear. And can we sky gaze? Stargaze? How do we do that? Friendly. I think if we go to a bench. Oh, we just finished fishing. Let's watch the stars. Let's do it from a bench. And that should help us. I mean, they seem to be having a good time. So even if they don't, their friendship is going up. So even if they don't get a high score on the date itself, it might be worth going out on a date with him again. Let's see what we learned about him. Oh God, he's more what is it, morbid? So he's morbid. I know that because of the pose he's in. Only morbid Sims do that. So he's morbid. He's a child of the islands. They do have good compatibility. So they're doing decent on the date. And we can talk about star or sky watching. Talk about the moon.
Bobanef? Ooh, keep that.
That was thunder I just heard. Off in the distance. Yeah, I see the rain clouds. And let's share and see if we can squeeze that in. No, it didn't make it. But they do have romantic satisfaction. Oh, she had a good love day. Give flowers. Wait, can we squeeze that in real quick? So we have to buy flowers and then gift it to him. So let's see. Flowers. Oh, we can do it Daisy. We can do it Daisy. We don't have to spend a lot of money. I mean, they do have lots of money. They can spend it if they want to. Romance. Action. Give flowers. Yes. See if we can squeeze that in real quick before he leaves. And they will definitely go on another date.
Oh, Flowball. Fadish.
And he liked it. Oh, God. Oh, macabre. It's not morbid. It's macabre.
Blah, blah, blah.
They're going to go out again. She, looks like she hit the jackpot with this blind date. That's good. Oh, we're at the 2 hour mark. Okay, I need to take a quick break, stand up and stretch, and focus my eyes on something off in the distance, like these nasty rain clouds that I see. Oh my God. I'm going to have to go start closing some windows. But I'm going to take a 5 minute break and I will be back. I'm probably going to stream for another 30 minutes. So if you need to stretch, walk around, grab something to eat or drink, you do that, and I will see you in 5 minutes.
diva.
Now, how is it when I paused my game, I came back and it was running? Oh, there are going to be ads in about 30 seconds. Okay, I will wait until after the ads to restart gameplay. So I'll see you on the other side of those ads. Okay, welcome back from the ads. Just as I started to take my break, a thunderstorm rolled through, so I had to run around battening down the hatches, closing windows and stuff. So I took a little bit longer on that break than I had intended to, but we're back now, and we are also back after Cadence's successful blind date. It was not supposed to be 4 in the morning, but it's 4 in the morning because the game decided that even though I had hit pause, it would not pause. It would continue, but fortunately, it is a Saturday morning, so the kids don't have to worry about getting up for school. Does Cadence have work on the weekends? What are her hours? She doesn't. Okay, great. So she doesn't even have to get up for work. So everybody can go to sleep. Oh, she needs to eat. Okay. Prudence can eat and then go to sleep. Speaking of eating, I just tried a very interesting combination. So I have these pre-packaged bowls of guacamole. I have these pre-packaged bowls of guacamole. And well, it's not really guacamole. I mean, it's just mashed avocado. But anyway, because there's no seasonings in it and stuff that I can tell. But anyway, so I have those, and I also have a bag of celery sticks. So I was curious if celery sticks and avocado taste good together. And to me, they do. I love avocado on its own. I like celery as something to dip. Like I don't generally snack on it, though I've been finding when I need to be chewing on something crunchy, celery is a great thing to chew on. Far healthier than something like cookies, or even granola, really. And in terms of fiber content and water content and all of that stuff. So I tried celery and avocado, and it is yummy, and I shall be snacking on that. Not during the stream because it's too loud, but I mean, I will make that one of my regular everyday snacks. I had a bunch of blue cheese dressing left over. Okay, baby, I know. I know. Let's pull the tooth. Let's see what else. You also going through the phase? The picky eater phase. Okay. So he's going through the picky eater phase. Oh, you can put your tooth back under your pillow and go to sleep. So he got up. Wait. No. We want to put the tooth under the pillow first. He got up because he's going through the picky eater phase. He didn't get up because he's done sleeping. So let us put ramen pancakes. I don't know him either, or Donovan. I got some more pancakes to get to know. All right. Now he is going back to sleep, and Sarah is up. Let's take care of your needs. So you're having a hard way to go right now. And you'll be going to prom with your cousin Casey today. Did I already dress you for prom? I think I did. Oh, I did. Yeah, she has a simple outfit, at least for this prom. She's gonna have a couple more proms before she ages up to young adult, so she can go in that simpler outfit for her freshman prom. This is her very first prom. And oh dear, growing up. No surer sign of growing up than the hair that starts growing during puberty. Oh dear. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. Let's do facial cleanser too when you get out. You can come and eat something. And let's have you take care of the garden too. It builds character. Maybe it'll help your character, this mean girl. Do all of that. Sell the honey. Collect the beeswax. Apply the mite treatment. I also want you to bond with the bees. Because eventually what's going to happen is you will be an adult and you'll really need to take over. Because your mom will be an elder. You need to vacuum too. I know her queue is full. Okay, well, let's take care of all the outdoor stuff. So we will bond with the bees. Maybe she'll develop a love of the outdoors. I mean, she can't be all bad. Nobody is all bad. I mean, I could make her all bad if I wanted to, but I think I'd get tired of that quickly. And how about we come in here and vacuum? We probably need to vacuum downstairs again as well. Alright, little bud is still sleeping. He'll be waking up soon. Lyle. So I ended up not going on a date with Larissa Crocker. Okay. It's good for you, I guess. What happened? You vacuumed downstairs first instead of upstairs? Oh, I guess so. Nice. Okay, now I'd like for her, since today is prom, I'm going to spend today focusing on her. Ravenwood Family Day, we're not going to do that. What we can do is, let's see, she could go visit her cousins. Her cousin that she's going to go to the prom with. And they are in Newcrest. So let's do that. And they live here. Oh wow, Jerome even aged up. He aged up to a teen. When was the last time I saved? Oh my God. As soon as we get through this loading screen, I'm saving. I think I've played through a few days without saving. Let me not say that too loud before the game says, really? Don't you dare. You better load right so I can save all my progress. Looking at me, giving me the blue spinning wheel of death. Nope. That was a quick storm. It's still cloudy, but there are no storm clouds right now. Yay. All right. Come on. Come on. Let's open up the game. You can do it, game. You can do it. Okay, now it should be opening. Yay, and we're gonna save. Because, child, I do not believe in playing with fire. I mean, I would because I love fire, but when it comes to my Sims game, no. No, 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 no. Hey, cuz, you're outside. You're not the cousin I came to see, but hello anyway. So this is the older sons. There are four siblings who live here. This is the older son, Zachariah. Jenny is the oldest. You can see her through the window. She's watching TV, it looks like. Casey is the third, and Jerome is the fourth, the youngest. Well, since that break was a little longer than I intended, I'm going to go for another 30 minutes, so I'll make it to the 3-hour mark, and then I will raid out at that point. But for now, we've still got time together. Oh, Jerome, what are you wearing, Jerome? I will definitely be making you over.
Oh, Obita.
Franjwaga Lastuba.
Rishi Pando.
Yeah, so let's make him over now. Because we cannot have him walking around like that. Absolutely not. Now, while I'm waiting for cast to load, I'd like to thank you all for hanging out with me. It's a lot of fun to just hang out and chat and share my gameplay with you. So thank you for being here. And I do want to reiterate, this is a lurk-friendly stream. So special thanks to all of my lurkers. You being here helps to support the stream. So thank you so much. All right, let me guess. This is what they put you in for every day. Yeah, so we are going to fix that because we aren't doing this. Woot to you too, Duchess. Yay. All right, young man. I don't know what your traits are. I do know I want you to look like your average teenager. So let's put you in some jeans. We'll do some khaki colored jeans. And instead of this, let's put you in a t-shirt. Like this one, for example. I like the hair. Maybe we can find something that goes better with the hair. I think that goes better with your hair. I'll grab you some socks and some loafers instead of sneakers, just because. And for now, we'll just do one outfit in each category. You know what? I don't hate this enough to change it. Though I think we'll change the jacket color. I don't think you want to wear a white jacket to prom and stuff, but we can change the color of it. Oh, that looks nice. Okay, we'll leave that. Don't hate that enough to change it. Don't hate that enough to change it. Those are some interesting socks you got on. Let's get rid of the slippers so we can admire the socks. Party outfit definitely needs to change. Okay, let's put that on. And I saw a top that I liked. It's actually from the same kit. Actually, that's not a kit. That's the stuff pack. One that the gemology skill came with. That's that stuff pack. Oh, you're going to need longer socks. There. Swimwear. Wow, that's different. Actually, I'm not surprised that that came with Life and Death. Life and Death has like a very antique-y type look to things is unique. I like it. I don't use the stuff in that pack nearly as much as I should. However, you know what? Let's just change the top.
Uh-huh.
Put them in a tank or something. And cold weather. Oh, that's good enough. Okay. We just needed to make sure he wasn't walking around looking like whodunit and left it. Later on, when I'm actually playing the household, I'll go in and do the full makeover thing. But for now, I just want him to look decent. I'm sorry, walking out or walking in, because he was in the backyard, walking in a blazer, button-down shirt, bow tie, and short shorts was not doing it for me. Absolutely not. I like for my Sims to at least look halfway put together. So we did that for him, and the save seems to be in a good place where saving doesn't take a long time. So as soon as I get through this loading screen, I'll save as well. Coming out of CAS generally takes a while. I'm not sure why that is. But coming out of build mode doesn't. And right now, the way this save is, saving the file doesn't take a while. It doesn't take a long time. Once the save starts to get super laggy, then it takes a longer time to save, I've noticed. But fortunately, the save hasn't gotten to that point. I thought it was, though, because we had some weird stuff going on in Gen 2. Gen 2 going into Gen 3, where one of the households that I played was super laggy for no reason that I could identify. That's more like it. Now I don't have to have second-hand embarrassment looking at my sim. All right, so she is here to see Casey, but she might as well speak to the others while she's here. She may be a mean girl, but she's not a total hermit.
Mooi. Kuma. So. Oh, Arbe. Get a Venus?
We're gonna have her crocheted though. She just won't do it to Casey. Casey, she's gonna be close to. No, they're not gonna skip prom together. They're actually gonna go to prom together.
Dede. Samaza. But no bet.
Oh, Dag.
I do see she still wants to make an enemy. Maybe she'll be able to do that at prom. I'll go to prom with her.
What a beamy. Amkaharb Dalvis. Sabomanukum. Bibwa.
And this is Zach and Jenny. These are the two oldest. They're the one whose dad was living with them, and he was a ghost.
Yabba.
Casey and is he Jeremy or Jerome? Jerome. Casey and Jerome have the same dad, who was actually their mother's step cousin. It was weird. It was really weird. I didn't do that. The game did that. I came to play this household, and Rachel had already had all 4 kids, so I had nothing to do with that.
News. Swinko Clemente.
Hey, they've still got a keg thing here. Why don't you, can you do a keg stand with Casey?
Lamina Galpa Watini.
Herbs.
Nulet.
So before Shane, the older two's dad, was able to go and do Rebirth, he had a keg party here to help get up his what was it? Unfinished business. So he was working through his unfinished business so he could get enough of his soul's journey done so that he could choose rebirth. Because I didn't have a tombstone for him. So that was the only way to have his ghost actually go to the netherworld or whatever. So he threw a keg party. Why did you get rid of that out of your queue? Just because she went to the bathroom? You can do it when she comes out of the bathroom. So I had Casey's stepdad do a keg party. So that's why there's a keg on their back deck. Back porch. And since it's here and there's still juice in the keg, why not take advantage of it? That was actually the first time I had ever done anything with the kegs. And it's cute. I'm going to have to use this more often when my Sims have house parties. Oh, what happened? It refilled. We're having a get together before prom. No, that's okay. Oops. Girl, you better be careful. Oh, I see. It just refilled for the keg stand. It's just that the animation for it was off. Okay. Well, we are pre-gaming before prom. Oh, she's embarrassed. Oops. That's okay. We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. Oh, there's not enough room to dance? Okay, no problem. Can teams play? Teams can play this game. Let's play thumbs up. This is another gameplay object that I don't use nearly as much. But I think it's good for building camaraderie between Sims, and it's just fun to watch them interacting with each other. Oh, what's wrong, Jenny? Why are you sad? I'm sorry you had a bad day. Whatever happens. So the thumbs up players learn the following about Zach while playing the game. He's a child of the ocean. I think it's cool too that when they play this game, they learn things about each other. So it's not just a fun thing, it's also a way for them to learn about each other's traits. So we learned that Jerome is neat. Okay. And see, look, their friendship is going up. Oh, Jenny's taking care of the leaky toilet. I thought she was going to play too. I don't know how many Sims can play this game. We learned that Casey is squeamish. I don't know what that was about. Wow, their friendship has gone up a lot from playing this. Look at that. We also learned that Zach is creative. Oh, I see. They're supposed to be guessing what's on this other side of the card. And somehow or another, they learn stuff about each other doing that. Okay. Well, that was fun. You know, it's really a shame that teens can't play marbles. Only child Sims can play marbles. But I can see adults of any age playing marbles. I wonder how you play marbles. I've never played. Wonder if any of y'all have played marbles. I played jacks when I was a kid. I don't have any jacks now, but when I was a kid, I played jacks. I used to love that. Good for eye-hand coordination. Let me talk to Jenny. Let's not jeer. Let's actually be nice to her. Maybe we can can we discuss uncomfortable mood? What was that? Oh, ask about woohoo. Hey. Oh, we're gonna have an ad break in about 40 seconds. So if you need to take a break and stretch, the ad break is a great time to do that. And I will see you on the other side of the ads. Oh, I can't discuss, unless it's under small talk. No, I don't see it. Are you sure you can't dance? Because I've seen Sims dance. Maybe the new living room arrangement that I set up doesn't leave enough room. And we're not gonna do any of that. We can't. Ooh, let's eavesdrop. She's not a nosy sim, but how does the eavesdropping work? Oh, I see. Oh, Sarah has discovered that Casey has this secret. Oh, baby, a challenge. Okay, I'll have to check out her profile for that. For now, it's time for prom. Yay, we're gonna go to prom. We'll play out prom, and then I think it'll be a good point to end the stream. But we're gonna do prom first. I've been looking forward to Sarah's first prom. Oh wow, it's 6:30. Doesn't feel that late. I love this time of year because the days are so long. I recently learned that some people get seasonal affective disorder during this time of year instead of during the winter. And if any one of you out there are dealing with that, please do whatever you have to do to take care of yourself. And I hope that it's not severe for you. It's really disheartening when the weather just gives you a bad, just gives you a bad time. I know I tend to feel low during the winter months, though it's not to the point where I can't function, but it's still, the lack of sunlight and the cold weather does affect my mood mildly. I'll say it mildly affects my mood. But I know that there are people who the time of year can massively affect their mood. So I have a lot of compassion for anyone who's going through that. Okay, so we discovered a secret about Casey from eavesdropping. It's called Oh Baby, a Challenge. Is it really that crazy to dream of having an expansive family? Listen, I'm not a horrible person to want to have children with different partners. I can name at least 5 other Sims that have done it. I'd raise those kids right and make sure they didn't grow up too fast. I'd have plenty of parental help to go around, too. Sure, juggling multiple relationships in various stages sounds overwhelming, but I've never been one to stray from a challenge. Now, this is interesting because I created Casey to be not just romantically reserved, but asexual. She's not interested in woohoo with anyone. She's also not romantically attracted to anyone. So she's aromantic and asexual. And she has a secret about wanting to have an expansive family. I might have to actually play her for a while. And you know what? In The Sims, that would be easy to do because she can have science babies. That wouldn't be a problem at all. So, I may need to make that happen for her. Okay, here we are at prom. I don't know if it brought Casey. Casey's supposed to be our date, but is this her? Oh, there she is. It did bring Casey. Yay. Okay, we are going to vote for Casey for prom royalty.
Conqueroo Bima. Mapiro. Huh.
Because Casey is her favorite sim in the whole wide world, except for maybe her mom. And let's take a photo with Casey. Take a friendly photo with Casey. I gotta see how that came out. Uh-oh, that didn't do well for their friendship. It was a normal photo though. Wait, let me take a look at it. How does it look? Oh, that's cute. Okay. So let's see. How the heck? Okay. Sarah and Casey. Oh, that won't fit. Darn. Nope, that won't fit. Okay. I'll just have to remember that we're cousins. So back into the inventory we go. She just used, maybe they have to do use photo booth by themselves for it to work. She can take a playful photo.
Gaba. Flames Barambo.
Okay, now she's used the photo booth twice. Thank you. She's definitely gonna gossip with Casey. We're not gonna confront her about her secret yet. No, we're not going to confront her about her secret. We might never. Because we want to keep our relation. We want to have a good relationship with Casey. And can we show off our outfit? Oh, they can become BFFs. Yes. And I also want to show off outfit. How do we do that? No, they aren't doing bounce that ass. Here it is. It's under small talk. Yay! And she's showing off her outfit. Alright, it's time for the awards. Why do they have this principal looking like whodunit and left it? Are you for real right now? And see, I can't go into Cass and make her over because every time I do that at prom, then it glitches out the prom. It ends the prom early, so I don't want to do that. Yay, Casey won prom royalty. And Sarah won prom jester. Oh my gosh. Oh, why did you change your clothes? Absolutely not. We won't be doing that. Can you please change your clothes back? Change your clothes back. Where are we? Change outfit. That is not the current outfit. Do you see what she has on? Okay, I know what I need to do. Let's go back. I've been getting this glitch a lot and I don't know why. Let's change to this outfit. And then change that outfit. There we go. Okay, eating something is good. I can't believe this game was playing a simplest version of Bounce That Ass. I shouldn't be surprised though. I really shouldn't. I like the sense of humor that the Sims team has. I wonder who voted for her for prom jester. I think it's cool too that some of the songs are actually simless versions of real songs that people know. That's one of the first things I noticed when I started playing 5 years ago. And I think that touch of realism is what helps Sims be such a favorite to so many millions of people. Because yeah, it's a simulation, but there are parts of it that are realistic. Prom is over. You know, let's see. Yes, we are going to go hang out with friends. I'm gonna go with Casey. Of course. Could have invited Jerome, but she said more than once that Casey is her favorite person. And I'll see what there is at the amusement park at the piers, and then it's about time for me to end the stream. I'm going to put my socials in the chat for all of you. I noticed that today we had a lot of lurkers. I don't usually check how many users are in the chat just because I don't want to put pressure on myself. But I noticed that today there are a lot of lurkers, so I want to make sure that I give you all my socials in case you want to check me out in other places. It's raining? Why? Oh, that's no fun. And I didn't have her take an umbrella. Oh my God. Okay, let's go in the haunted house. At least she'll be in from the rain. She's gonna ride with Casey because they are joined at the hip.
Bisa sway. Orba Pendola. Begi well. Gaffa. Huh?
No, cuz I've been wanting to check this haunted house out. Come on. I bet it's gonna be fun. Okay, I'll go with you. Even though my shoes are not really made for walking around on a pier. So yeah, in the chat are my socials. You can find out more about me as a person on my personal website. You can learn about my photography. Links to my various socials are also on my website. You can check out and join my Discord, which is the best way to know when I go live because you will get a notification in Discord when I go live or when I post a new video to my YouTube channel. which I'll talk about in a second. I'm very active on Blue Sky. There's actually an active and welcoming Sims 4 community on Blue Sky. I've really been enjoying my time over there. I think I joined, I'm trying to remember if it was earlier this year or if it was last year, but I've been there for some months now, and it's a lot of fun. It's like I remember Twitter being back in the day before it really got overrun by a lot of hate speech and stuff. So if you're looking for another Sims 4 community, check out the community over on Blue Sky, and you can also check me out over there. I mentioned my YouTube channel,
Ranka.
and oh, you need to go to the bathroom. What is the bathroom? Oh my God. I don't even have one over. Oh, here it is. You can check out my YouTube channel where I post all of my VODs. So my VODs are available here on Twitch for 2 weeks. And then after that, they are available on YouTube. So if you miss the stream or you miss seeing the VOD here on Twitch during those 2 weeks that it's available, you can always catch them over on YouTube. And from time to time, I also I post speed builds, and I think I have a couple of videos there that are just gameplay. I'd like to do more of that. So definitely keep your eye out, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to follow my content there. I have a Tumblr for my photography. So if you like photography, especially street photography, then you definitely want to check that out. And my other channel, Wanda the Lotus, is where I stream when I do photo editing. So if you're interested in photo editing and you'd like to see my editing process, then I encourage you to give Wanda the Lotus a follow. And then when I go live over there to edit photos, then you can catch me there. So this is a great place for me to end. I've successfully played through prom. We are at the 3-hour mark, which means it is time for me to get up and stretch and get my blood moving after sitting in front of my computer for so long. I want to thank Duchess of Destruction for the follow and Sheila for the raid. Thank you to everybody who hung out after the raid. I really appreciate you all being here. It's a lot of fun to be able to share my gameplay with you. Oh, and before I forget, let me put my raid message in the chat. So here in Lotus Land, it doesn't matter whether you are a viewer, a follower, though I hope that you will be a follower and hit that follow button, or a subscriber. We're all one big happy family. What that means is when we go into someone else's community, we all use the same raid messages. So I put that raid message in the chat, and I invite you to copy that and let me copy it as well, because I am notorious for forgetting to copy my own raid message. Lots of fun. Thank you, Duchess. I look forward to catching you when you go live as well. Now that I've followed you, I'll be keeping an eye out. And let me see who I can raid. I've got some options here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have done nice laid back, cozy Sims 4 vibes. I think we're going to raid someone who does chaotic, everything but cozy Sims 4 vibes. And she just went live like 20 minutes ago. Okay, so we are going to raid Simmer Things. She is another Black Simmer, and I love watching her streams because they are hilarious. Like I said, she does some chaotic streams, and she does a lot of dialogue. So she'll do dialogue and whatnot in different voices for the different characters. It's funny. She's a lot of fun. So if you're into that, you are going to have a lot of fun watching her stream. So we're going to go ahead and get this raid set up. And thank you all again for hanging out with me. I've had a wonderful time. It's been great having you here, and I hope that you will stop by when I go live again. I don't have a regular schedule, so that's why I recommend that you join the Discord server, or at least hit follow so that you'll get a notification when I go live. I'm gonna shoot for rating again next Wednesday. We'll see what happens. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday seem to work well for me. So the past few weeks, that's when I've been rating. So I'm gonna shoot for next Wednesday. But yeah, in the meantime, you have an amazing weekend, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye.